The following podcast contains mature subject matter, adult themes, and may also contain profanity. You have been warned.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Absurd podcast of things absurd. Mysteries, histories, strange goings-on, things that are funny, foolish, fanciful, sometimes frightening.
And then we sing, apparently.
Sometimes we do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we're really hungry, we sing.
Yeah.
Sing for our supper, get it?
Yes, I got it.
I just made that up. That's Mel, everyone. Hi, Mel.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, God.
Sorry.
$5 for this episode. If you listen to the last episode, you should.
You should.
You'll know why.
This is the bonus.
This is the bonus.
Because we like you.
And because we feel bad for missing last week.
Yeah.
But
Womp womp.
it's also a birthday bonus.
It's not.
It is.
No.
Yep.
Mm.
This Friday
It's good counting.
is Mel's birthday.
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
You guys can tune out for like the next 30 seconds.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Melody. Happy birthday to you. So, yeah, happy
Well, thank
birthday,
you.
Mel.
Thank you.
Ooh-wee.
Thank you.
Don't worry, 30's not that big a deal.
Yeah. If only. If only.
I know exactly how old you
Mm-hmm.
are. It's less than I am.
Ain't that the truth?
Settle, Gretel. Yeah, so bonus will, don't really have a lot of business to discuss. However, I thought of this last episode right at the end, and I almost put it in, but I forgot. I got an interesting message this past week.
Did you now?
I did. From, well, I won't get into the whole grist of the matter, but a woman who's a long-time friend, and we had a falling out and parted company for a few years. And I think we've patched things up. We're not back to where it was, and we may never be. But, things are better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like conflict. I'm not afraid of it, but I don't look for it.
No.
Anyway, I got a message from her extolling the virtues of our podcast.
Ooh.
She has been listening to it.
Amazing.
It is rather amazing, actually. So, her name is Rebecca. And she said, just listen to your first podcast. I really liked it! Exclamation point. I then, of course, thanked her. And she said, looking forward to the next one.
Amazing.
It is rather amazing, isn't it?
That's awesome.
It's a Festivus miracle.
It is. We love that. We love when you send us messages
Heck
and
yeah.
tell us how great we are.
Yeah. And it's
Or
okay.
how great I am, anyways.
Yeah, we haven't
Screw
got
that
any
other
of
guy.
those. That's weird, eh? Yeah, sing. I don't think there's anything else right now, so I'm starting.
Yeah, get into it.
I will get into it. Hey, did you ever watch the show T.J. Hooker? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking
William
about.
Shatner?
Yeah,
As a cop?
I never really watched it. It was I'm a little too young for that still, so
Sure, yeah.
but I know of it.
I have never watched it, but I know of it. Anyways, this is a story. No, I'm going to save that for another time. I had a complaint about us doing stories about police.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We've done 2 to date.
Okay.
One was called Bullies in Blue,
Uh-huh.
and that was about cops who detained a man for several weeks for murder, even though they knew the so-called victim was still alive.
Mm.
And he ended up being checked in because they wouldn't let him go.
Right.
Even though they had no legal cause to detain him further.
Right.
The other one was just a while ago about that chucklehead sheriff in Georgia who called his deputies for backup because Burger King got his order wrong.
Right.
I don't think the cops behaved properly in either of those cases,
No.
but I was told that we should never make fun of cops. Now, I think...
Well, don't do stupid shit.
Go to hell.
Yeah. like honestly.
The answer is, well, there's shitty people in every profession. You're absolutely correct.
Yep.
1,000,000%,
Yep.
which I know is impossible, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Two differences, though. One, cops have the ability to beat the shit out of me and get away with it. Your word against a cop, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Right.
Secondly, like, I'm sorry, but there's so many police who think they're above reproach.
Yeah.
And one of the big differences, I used to be in teaching, and there's some genuinely shitty teachers.
Absolutely.
No question.
Yeah.
Who should not be in a classroom. Not because they're abusive, they just suck at their job.
Yeah.
But you don't hear good teachers batting for them.
Right.
You do that with cops.
Yes.
I have not, you know, that George Floyd thing there in
Yep.
St. Louis? I have not heard one cop who criticized those cops.
Right.
The worst I heard was, yeah, they fucked up. No, they didn't. That makes it sound like a mistake.
Yeah.
They did it deliberately. Why
Yes.
don't you just say that?
Yeah, I
Of
know.
course there's good cops.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
Sure.
The good cops need to start outing the bad cops.
Yeah.
Because when you don't, the bad cops are making you all look bad.
Yeah. Yep.
Get it through your heads, guys. I'm going to continue to do that. I'm not going to make fun of cops just for the sake
no.
of making fun of cops.
No.
Why would I do that?
No.
I'm not anti-cop.
No.
But anyway, so I'm not trying to make fun of police. I'm making fun of idiots
Yeah.
who happen to be police.
Exactly.
I'm making fun of dicks
Yeah.
who happen to be police.
Yeah. Yeah.
These people are stupid, and they'd be stupid no matter what profession they were doing.
100% agree.
You know? So this takes place in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
So I called it VB Hooker
VB.
instead of TJ Hooker.
Got it.
So a former Hampton police officer in Virginia found himself in a sticky situation recently when he hired a prostitute for a rendezvous that took an unexpected turn. The officer, Jerron Harry, was relieved of his duties on January 7th after an encounter with 20-year-old Alexis Dream, air quotes,
Got it.
Copeland went awry. Harry had connected with Copeland through a mobile app and arranged to pay her $100 via Apple Pay for services at his apartment on December 30th. However, what was meant to be a straightforward transaction spiraled into chaos when Copeland allegedly made off with Harry's car, phone, wallet, and keys. All right, so she stole all that stuff. What do you think he did?
What did he do?
According to reports from this TV station, after a brief period of intimacy, Harry and Copeland agreed to shower together. However, when Harry emerged from the shower, he discovered that Copeland had vanished, along with his belongings, including his car, which contained his police credentials.
Oh, dear God.
Using a neighbor's phone, Harry promptly contacted the Virginia Beach Police to report the incident. Law enforcement officers were able to track down Harry's vehicle in Norfolk, another city in the area, where they found Copeland accompanied by a man who she referred to as her baby daddy.
Oh, God.
While Copeland's account of events differed slightly from Harry's, claiming that he had given her permission to use the car. That seems unlikely.
Sure.
She admitted
Which
to...
is illegal, by the way, but anyways.
She admitted to... Well, it's not a cop car.
Oh, I thought it was a cop car.
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
She admitted to using his credit cards without consent. Allegedly, she even used one of the cards to make a purchase at a gas station. Despite Copeland's version of events, authorities were unconvinced and proceeded to arrest her on charges including grand larceny, auto theft, credit card fraud, prostitution, and various other larceny-related offenses. The Virginia police have confirmed that the investigation is ongoing with no charges currently filed against the former Hampton police officer. What I'm talking about in my opening monologue. Although Harry may escape legal repercussions from the incident, it serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of misplaced trust. So, why isn't he charged for solicitation?
Yeah. Exactly.
I know why.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to say why because we're not allowed to.
Right. Uh-huh.
That's abuse of authority.
Yeah.
That's another one of my huge issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Jeez.
But there's a thing again. Like I have zero objection to prostitution. Like providing everybody involved is there with their eyes wide open and of consent. Right. Human trafficking, people who do that should be put up against the wall.
Absolutely.
Literally. And I don't mean just held there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you want to sell your body per se for money, whatever, dude. You know? Yep. But it's illegal.
It is.
Why isn't he charged?
He should be.
I know. So anyways, that's my VB hooker story.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks.
I was wondering where you were going with that when you were talking about TJ Hooker.
Well, I was winging it, eh?
Yes.
You got something for us?
Yes.
What do you got?
What do I got? Okay. The German island of Borkum in the North Sea is home to a unique and shocking tradition that has lasted for generations.
I like it.
Each December, on the eve of the feast of St. Nicholas, 6 young men don elaborate costumes as so-called Klassums.
Klassums?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's a German word.
Okay.
Klassums.
How do you spell it?
Claassohms.
Yeah, that's how I'd spell it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
They are wearing masks, sheepskins, and bird feathers.
Whoa.
Accompanied by the loud blasts of bullhorns from local residents, the Klasshomes are paraded to the town hall. There, a symbolic battle between the Klasshomes takes place behind closed doors. Afterwards, the Klasshomes race through the town streets on predetermined routes, all while making loud noises. A particularly controversial part of the festival involves the custom of spanking.
Ooh.
Women who venture too close to the Klasshomes during their run are struck on the backside with bullhorns.
With bullhorns?
With bullhorns.
Well, that can't feel very good.
I can't. No.
What did they use before the invention of bullhorns?
I don't know.
Okay, weird.
The Klasshome Festival dates back to the 17th and 18th century fishing seasons, when the men, air quotes, let the women manage the island's affairs while they were away at sea. When the men returned, they would go berserk to take back their island.
What?
The festival has come into focus in recent weeks following a report by Panorama. It's Germany's oldest current affairs television magazine. The report documented disturbing attacks on women at previous Klasshome festivals. Women anonymously described these aggressive attacks, including instances in which they were apprehended on the street by catchers, who restrained them while the Klasshomes struck them with their bullhorns. Some women interviewed by Panorama were beaten so badly they were bruised for days.
Jesus.
Local police have been accused of ignoring these assaults, with no criminal charges related to the Klasshome Festival filed at any point in the last 5 years.
What?
Predictably, the news report sparked condemnation in Germany. Christine Abergras, Secretary of State in the Lower Saxony's Ministry of Social Affairs, commented that anyone who wants to be spanked with a bullhorn is allowed to do so, but those who do not must be respected.
Yeah.
For their part, the Borkum Lads Club, which has organized the Klasshomes Festival on the island since the 1830s, apologized for historical actions of past years and distanced itself from any form of violence against women. The club also confirmed that future events would take place without violence. This promise was first put to test just days ago not days ago because it was December. Last month.
Yeah.
For the Klasshome Festival on Thursday, December 5th, police substantially raised their presence on the island. Approximately 500 people participated in the festivities, which drew a sizable crowd of spectators and reporters. Regional Police Chief Thomas Memmering said in a statement the following day that the festival had concluded around midnight and that no reports of injuries or assaults had been received. Memmering also noted that if any offenses from this year's or previous festival surfaced after the event, the perpetrators would be prosecuted. Customs and traditions don't provide protection against prosecution, he declared.
Yeah, well, we'll see, but I hope so.
Yes.
I hope so.
So, yeah, I guess there's been some backlash on it too, and there's actually been a lot of women that have come forth saying they like the festival. They enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's fine. If that's what you're into and you're
100%.
consenting to it,
Yep.
go get spanked in the street.
Right.
Whatever floats your boat. But when there's someone who doesn't want that,
Yeah, you leave them alone.
I don't. That's not a good thing.
So if you were on this island, Mel,
Yeah.
at that time, what would you opt for?
Depends. Is it a gentle spanking or bruising spanking?
Well, that woman, she got bruised up. That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's a little. That's
Why
a little
with
too
a
much.
bullhorn? Like, what did these clowns use
I
before?
don't know.
Like, bullhorns haven't been around forever.
No, I don't know.
What did they use before? Like cod?
Yeah.
$10.
Spanked with cod.
Yeah. Give me the cod, boy.
So yeah, it's an interesting tradition that they still
I don't like it.
do.
I wouldn't want to do it.
Well, no, I'm not gonna sign up for it, but it's just an adult tag in the streets
Yeah. With bullhorns.
with bullhorns.
Hey, would you consider yourself to be a superstitious person?
No,
Do you have any superstitions, you think?
not really.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Like maybe some that you do in fun, kind of?
Yeah,
Right.
like don't open an umbrella inside. Don't walk under a ladder.
Don't step on a crack.
Right.
Break your mama's back.
Yeah.
That's really twisted, eh?
Yeah. Or what is it? If you break a mirror, you have bad
7
luck
years.
for 7
Yeah,
years.
that's right. So I have some of the more common superstitions here. I'm going to tell you, and the Absurdians, where they originated.
Okay.
And interesting, we're going to start with opening an umbrella indoors.
Okay.
Though some historians tentatively trace the belief back to ancient Egyptian times, the that's going to happen again. Let's try it from the top. Though some historians tentatively trace the belief back to ancient Egyptian times, the superstitions that surrounded Pharaoh's sunshades were actually quite different and probably unrelated to the modern-day one about rain gear. Rain gear, not reindeer. Most historians think the warning against unfurling umbrellas inside originated much more recently. In Victoria, England, in Extraordinary Origins of Everyday Things, published in 1989, the scientist and author Charles Panatti wrote, in 18th century London, when metal-spoked waterproof umbrellas began to become a common rainy day sight, their stiff, clumsy spring mechanism made them veritable hazards to open indoors. A rigidly spoked umbrella opening suddenly in a small room could seriously injure an adult or child, or shatter a frangible. Is that a fucking word? Let's take that from the beginning of that sentence. A rigidly spoked umbrella opening suddenly in a small room could seriously injure an adult or a child or shatter a fragile object. I was going to say here that the word actually written is frangible, but I got to look that up because I've never heard that word in my life. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Matter of fact, I hope it does. I love coming off words I've never heard before. Even a minor accident could provoke unpleasant words or a minor quarrel, themselves strokes of bad luck in a family or among friends. Thus, the superstition arose as a deterrent to opening an umbrella indoors. Walking under a ladder. I believe you also mentioned that one.
Did.
Right. So this superstition really does originate 5,000 years ago in ancient Egypt. A ladder leaning against a wall forms a triangle. Yes? Mm-hmm. And Egyptians regarded this shape as sacred, as exhibited, for example, by their pyramids. To them, triangles represented the trinity of the gods, and to pass through a triangle was to desecrate them. The belief wended its way up through the ages. Centuries later, followers of Jesus Christ usurped the superstition, interpreting it in light of Christ's death, Panati explained, because the ladder had rested against the crucifix. It became a symbol of wickedness, betrayal, and death. Walking under a ladder courted misfortune. In England in the 1600s, criminals were forced to walk under a ladder on their way to the gallows.
Ooh.
Indeed. I went to a pub in Edinburgh, Scotland, called The Last Drop.
The Last Drop.
It was the old city gallows. Yeah, dude. I have a shirt from there, but it doesn't fit me anymore. It's too big. So you also mentioned broken mirror. Yeah, have you ever broken a mirror?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Like on purpose?
No.
Yeah, that's a bit angry. Okay, so in ancient Greece, it was common for people to consult mirror seers, people who told their fortunes by analyzing their reflections. As the historian Milton Goldsmith, God, that's a good name, explained in his book Signs, Omens, and Superstitions, printed in 1918, divination was performed by means of water and a looking glass. This was called
That's amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna skip over that. Okay. The mirror was dipped in The mirror was dipped into the water, and a sick person was asked to look into the glass. If his image appeared distorted, he was likely to die. If clear, he would live. In the 1st century AD, the Romans added a caveat to the superstition. At that time, it was believed that people's health changed in 7-year cycles. A distorted image resulting from a broken mirror therefore meant 7 years of ill health and misfortune, rather than outright death. Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Know that one?
Yes.
Also a song from the disco era. Yeah. So yeah, if you like, you want something, if you say something you think could be bad omen.
And I've done that.
Oh,
I've absolutely done that.
Me too. So the story. So though historians say this may be one of the most prevalent superstitious customs in the United States, its origin is very much in doubt. Some attribute it to the ancient religious rite of touching a crucifix when taking an oath, Goldsmith wrote. Alternatively, among the ignorant peasants of Europe, it may have had its beginning in the habit of knocking loudly to keep out evil spirits. Saying God bless after someone sneezes. All right. In most English-speaking countries, it is polite to respond to another person's sneeze by saying God bless you. Though incantations of good luck have accompanied sneezes across disparate cultures for thousands of years, all largely tied to the belief that sneezes expelled evil spirits, our particular custom began in the 6th century A.D. by explicit order of Pope Gregory the Great. What a guy to give himself that title, right? Why not Andrew the Average? A terrible pestilence was spreading through Italy at the time. The first symptom was severe chronic sneezing, and this was awfully quickly followed by death. Pope Gregory urged the healthy to pray for the sick and ordered that light-hearted responses to sneezes such as, "May you enjoy good health," be replaced by the more urgent, "God bless you." If a person sneezed when alone, the Pope recommended that they say a prayer for themselves in the form of "God help me." Can you imagine?
You sneeze, God help me.
What if you were like one of those dudes who set the world record for amounts of sneezes? You say it over and over and over again. I don't like it. hanging a horseshoe for luck.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you hang the horseshoe? Do you know?
Isn't it upside down?
Points up.
Points up?
Yep.
Oh.
So the luck doesn't spill out.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. So the horseshoe is considered to be a good luck charm in a wide range of cultures. Belief in its magical powers traces back to the Greeks, who thought the element iron had the ability to ward off evil. Not only were horseshoes wrought of iron, they also took the shape of the crescent moon in 4th century Greek, a symbol of fertility and good fortune. The belief in the talismanic powers of horseshoes passed from the Greeks to the Romans, and from them to the Christians. In the British Isles in the Middle Ages, when fear of witchcraft was rampant, people attached horseshoes, open and up, to the sides of their houses and doors. People thought witches feared horses and would shy away from any reminders of them. Why would witches be afraid of horses? Dummies. All right, here's one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
Black cats.
Ah, yes.
Are they good luck or bad luck?
Bad luck.
Like if they cross in front of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Black cats for good or bad luck.
Oh.
Many cultures agree that black cats are powerful omens, but do they signify good or evil? The ancient Egyptians revered all cats, black and otherwise, and it was there that the belief began that a black cat crossing your path brings good luck. Their positive reputation is recorded again much later in the early 17th century in England. King Charles I kept and treasured a black cat as a pet. Upon its death, he is said to have lamented that his luck was gone. The supposed truth of the superstition was reinforced when he was arrested the very next day and charged with high treason. During the Middle Ages, people in many other parts of Europe held quite the opposite belief. They thought black cats were the familiars or companions of witches, or even witches themselves in disguise, and that a black cat crossing your path was an indication of bad luck, a sign that the devil was watching you. This seems to have been the dominant belief held by the Pilgrims when they came to America. There's the ones that had the buckles on their heads. Perhaps explaining the strong association between black cats and witchcraft that exists in the United States to this day. But for most of history, they were considered good luck. So I'm going to go with that from now on.
Okay.
I'm not going to be mean to black cats. The number 13. Lucky or unlucky?
Apparently it's unlucky.
Yeah. Fear of the number 13, known as triskaidekaphobia, has its origins in Norse mythology. It is in a well-known tale, 12 gods were invited to dine at Valhalla, a magnificent banquet hall in Asgard, the city of the gods. Loki, the god of strife and evil, crashed the party, raising the number of attendees to 13. The other gods tried to kick Loki out, and in the struggle that ensued, Balder, the favorite among them, was killed. Scandinavian avoidance of 13-member dinner parties and dislike of the number 13 itself spread south to the rest of Europe. It was reinforced in the Christian era by the story of the Last Supper, at which Judas, the disciple who betrayed Jesus, was the 13th guest at the table. Many people still shy away from the number, but there is no statistical evidence that 13 is unlucky. But what's strange, so this started in Norse mythology, Scandinavia, right? Remember who Matt Sundin was?
Mm-hmm.
Captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Mm-hmm.
Remember what number he wore?
I don't.
He wore 13. And he was from Sweden.
Oh.
So that doesn't really hold up, does it?
No, because he was very successful and very good hockey player.
Yeah. And tall. 25. Yeah, so there's some superstition stuff for you.
Wow.
Coolio, eh?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, dude. Okay. You gonna bring us home with a story?
I'll bring you home.
Ooh, bring it. What's it about?
It's about tattoos.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Just for those of you who don't know, and how would you unless you've actually met her, Mel has a number of tattoos.
I do. I'm getting another one this weekend.
Are you?
I am.
What's it going to be? You don't know yet, do
I
you?
don't know yet.
I think... Oh.
What?
Never mind. Actually, I have no idea. But I have no tattoos.
No.
Nope.
Would you ever?
Well, not so far, obviously. I'm not against them. Not even a little. I don't really care what anybody else does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to a point.
Sure.
I've never seen anything that I like enough to want for the rest of my life.
Fair enough.
You know?
Yep.
But
And that's usually how it is for the first one.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then after you get one, I'm like, hey, I got a blank space right there. Let's put a tattoo there.
What? It's not. You're not going to put it on your face, are you?
No.
Okay,
Not on my
good.
face.
Neck?
No.
Good. Hands?
The closest thing I would do is like right behind the ear.
Hands?
A little tiny one. Hands? I would do it like here, kind of inside the finger kind of thing. But that's about it.
I had a friend
Or
of
like
mine,
here, but that's about it.
and she didn't have tattoos, and she was thinking of getting one. I'm like, how come? She goes, meh. Like, what did she say? Kind of like rebellion. I'm like, dude, nowadays it's rebellion to not have a tattoo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, you're a couple of decades late on that one.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
not saying you shouldn't get one,
Mm-hmm.
but if that's your reason, yeah, it's not a good reason anymore.
No.
You know?
I enjoy them.
Yeah, well.
I don't know what I'm getting. There's a tattoo parlor that's having their 1 year anniversary this weekend.
Right.
And they're having a big party for it. So you buy tickets to go to the party. And then for an extra, I think it's like $40, you can get one of the tattoos that they have posted. So there's like 2 sheets of different tattoos you can have.
So you've
now
seen
they'll
them?
be small.
Right. You've seen them already?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Because I was
Yep.
going to say, what if they don't have anything you like?
No, there's stuff there that I'll get for sure. I just
You know
need
what
to
would be
decide.
a cool idea in some kind of, like, you know what Cyrillic is? Like Russian, Eastern European alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
You should get the name Rod tattoo.
No, I don't think so.
You have a great idea.
No, I don't think I'm
All
gonna.
right, anyway, you got a story about tattoos.
Yes, I do.
Let's hear it.
On January 8th of this year,
Oh.
an Arizona tattoo artist is defending himself against criticism for giving a young girl a tattoo.
Okay.
The young girl and her family went to the Black Onyx Empire tattoo parlor in Yuma.
It's a cool
So
name.
their 9-year-old
Whoa.
daughter could get a tattoo. You heard me right. 9. My son is 9.
Yeah. You thinking of getting
He's
him a
not
tattoo?
getting the tattoo.
What if he really wants
No,
one?
I don't care.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can have a fake one.
Okay, but wait, I don't have any tattoos, but this girl presumably is going to grow.
Yes.
Isn't that going to make the tattoo look
I
crappy?
would think. I mean, I don't know. But
Okay.
I would think so, right?
Anyway, sorry, go on.
Anyways. Wait for this.
Please. Oh, no.
She wanted a tattoo of Donald Trump on her neck. But Sosa, the part owner of the tattoo shop, convinced her to get an American flag on her arm instead.
That's so much fun. So awesome.
Sosa shared a video of the inking process on social media and received backlash, shocker, for giving her a tattoo. In Arizona, it is legal for underage children to get tattoos as long as their parents approve and are present during the session.
Of course it is.
I don't care how old you are. Well, I do. But anyone underage should not get permission to have a tattoo.
Well,
And shame on you parents for doing that.
Right. I was hoping other people are thinking that, okay, like, whatever the tattoo people, they're dicks.
Yeah.
But these parents, are they high?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
It's like, no, like,
it's not up to the tattoo people to say, no, you shouldn't do this.
no.
Like, if it's legal.
Yeah.
But these parents
Not
are
at
morons.
9.
And
Not at
I'm
9.
sorry, this child came up with this Donald Trump tattoo
Yeah,
all on her own, all organically.
Yeah,
eh?
sure.
Go to hell.
Yeah. Despite the law, many people criticized Sosa and said he should have refused to give the young girl a tattoo. I'm getting a lot of hate from it. My employees are getting hate from it. My business, I'm getting so many bad reviews on Google, Sosa noted. However, he pushed back against the critics, telling the news outlet that the family is from Turkey and tattoos are part of their family
I
tradition.
don't care.
Exactly. Being an artist and businessman, you also have to know the cultures they come from, Sosa explained. They were just very grateful to be here in the United States. They were just being grateful. They said they saw Donald Trump as a hero.
I'll Okay, well, I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there.
Actually, there's nothing to unpack. It's all exploded all over the Arizona desert.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a damn.
Donald Trump or not, or however you feel about everything. Tattoo.
Well,
End of discussion. Like, should not.
No, the fact that they wanted a Donald Trump tattoo isn't what sours it for me.
No.
I mean, it makes it extra sour.
Sure.
But I don't. Well, prove me wrong. Anybody, feel free to write in and prove me wrong. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say that most children in Turkey don't have tattoos. Maybe they do. I don't care.
I don't know.
Take her to Turkey and get it done.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, it's not okay. Whether there's parent permission or not, you're 9.
But let me ask you a question.
I couldn't even get my son genetically tested for the gene that we carry in my family to see if he was a carrier of said gene.
Why not?
Because it goes against his rights.
Who's right? Oh, I get. What do they have to do? Is it an invasive process?
No, it's just blood work. But their argument was maybe he doesn't want to know if he's a carrier of this said gene. But yet, I can go stick a tattoo on my son, and he's got that forever.
Can you hear?
Like,
can you get a child that age tattooed? I bet you can.
Probably not. I think it's 16 here.
But
and even still, you need permission.
It brings me to a question, though, and I'm not hoping I don't alienate anyone here, but Addison, are her ears pierced?
No.
Okay. Because I have seen people have their infants' ears pierced. I got a problem with that. I don't care if it's a girl or boy. I couldn't care less. But it's an infant.
Yeah.
Like, why are you looking to accessorize?
Yeah. It's a baby.
They're not an accessory for you to wear with your favorite outfit.
Right.
Let them be a baby, for God's sakes. Not to mention the intervention of infection.
Sure.
You know, which you can absolutely get from piercing ears.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm going to go on a limb and say the baby doesn't like it.
No.
Right?
No, it's not pleasant.
No, I remember getting mine done back when I had them, and it didn't kill.
No, but it's not fun.
But it hurt.
Yeah. And it hurts for a few days.
Sure. But so why are you doing that to your kid? Because so you think it looks cool. This all sounds like a discussion on circumcision.
Yeah.
Which I won't get into. But, that's ridiculous. But why is nobody going at the parents in your story?
Yeah.
Like, that's who I hold most responsible.
Absolutely.
It's not like this tattoo joker went out and found them. Hey, you should give your kid a tattoo.
Right. I'm sure they probably got hate too.
Well, I'm not saying anybody
We're just
should
hearing
get
the one
hate.
side. The one side of the story is what we're hearing. But I'm sure there's some backlash on the other end.
Well, Jesus. Not to mention it's going to look... Actually, you know what? She should have got the Donald Trump tattoo. No, think about it. Because as she grows, it's going to look like shit. That would be awesome.
It'll just look a potato at the end.
Yeah, a big orange...
a big orange potato.
Diaper-wearing, shit-smelling potato. $30.
Yeah, I know.
So, well, poor Sosa, boo-hoo. Here's a lesson. Don't tattoo little kids.
It should just be a blanket
them.
statement. Yeah.
Say, no, I'm not doing it.
Nope, someone else will do it.
People from Turkey, this is how we're going to use our money. We're going to tattoo our 4th grader.
Yeah, no thanks.
Creeps. So that's it for the bonus episode.
That's it for the bonus.
And, feel free to write us on Friday wishing Mel a happy birthday. You can sing her happy birthday if you want.
You absolutely can.
And you should.
I will accept that.
But do you have anything else you'd like to say to our special people?
Not really.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Check us out. Check us out on social media. Go to Spotify. Go to Apple. Go to wherever you go.
YouTube.
Deezer. And
Deezer.
other places. But check us out.
And visit us on social. Facebook, Instagram. And you can email. What's our email again, Mel?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Absurdthepodcast?
.gmail.com.
No. Absurdthepodcast @gmail.com.
Right.
I don't use it that much.
Is it .com or .ca? Oh, it's .com.
It's .com.
Oh, I was thinking of our website.
Oh.
Absurdthepodcast @gmail.com.
Yes.
My bad. But visit us on the socials and say hi.
Yes, please do.
And, Hope everyone stays warm out there if you're anywhere experiencing the weather like we are. Ridiculous amounts of
it's
snow.
dumb.
It's hateful. And I've got my box of chicken tenders I bought today out of my balcony.
I'm waiting for a bird to rip it apart.
No chance.
Eat
Right,
all
it's not
the
enough room in my
nuggets.
freezer. But it's, well, wait a second. Hey, Echo, what's the temperature? Echo, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's -7 degrees Celsius. Tonight, expect a low of -7 degrees.
Oh, it's as cold as it's going to get.
Uh-huh.
She must be losing her mind.
She might
To
be.
mention her hearing. I did notice I changed her name.
What'd you have it before?
It was Computer.
Ah.
But then every time I was watching Star Trek, she was
Oh,
responding.
computer.
Because they'd be like, Computer, what's our speed? And then this dumbass thing would be like, calling your emergency contact. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing to me?
That's
Anyway,
awesome.
so I had to put an end to that.
All right.
Anyway, thanks again, everyone, for
Yes.
coming in. And we are
Thank
again
you.
sorry for missing last week. It's all Mel's fault.
Yeah, it is my fault.
It is her fault.
Yeah.
But she's going to recover and be fine.
Oh, yes.
All right, take care of yourselves and one another.
Bye.
Bye.
The Absurd Podcast is written, produced, and recorded by Rod and Mal. Music by Audionautics.com.